Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we'll do our daily technical analysis update of gold and silver. We'll look at the dollar, the 10-year yield, and go through it together. And I'll give you my financial opinion. So let's dive in here and see what's going on. We got the dollar. It's still in a downtrend. It's starting to flatten out a little bit, but overall, big picture view, the big question is this pulling back? We don't have that answer yet. We're gonna have to watch and see which way this thing trades. But weaker dollars typically is a tailwind to commodities and precious metals. Looking at the 10-year yield, the 10-year yield is remaining quite resilient. We're heading on up again. This was a falling wedge heading to the upside. So that's looking strong for a potential move to the upside over time. Looking at gold itself, a little bit of a pullback today, and I think we've seen that in some of the mining companies when we look at the mining companies. But we're bouncing around, seeing some volatility in gold. We are still above the large pattern, though, so it still looks good, but it looks like it's rolling over and wants to pull back again. Looking at silver, another one that looks like it wants to roll over, and what I'm looking at are the larger down days through here. And then basically a squeezing up where it popped back lower. Does this mean that we head lower? Potentially. In the short term, the mining companies also are signaling a short-term potential move lower. And we'll get into that. Platinum's looking the best of the group. We've got nice kind of moves higher in the face of the other ones pulling back. So Platinum's been relatively stronger than the group. But we're still within the pattern. It's this falling wedge type pattern. Now looking at the mining companies, we've got Corp Resources. It's pulling back. Definitely looks like it wants to pull back further. EXK is pulling back. Looking like it wants to pull further. We've got this nice big move lower, and then kind of a leaning up, and then usually it falls down again. Maybe a double bottom will happen or something like that. Fortuna Silver Mines heading down lower. Again, I'm looking for some buying pressure, and we're getting more selling pressure here. The metals are also looking like they're trying to roll over a little bit. SILJ getting a little bit more selling pressure. I can see a lot of large selling pressure days in this move lower, and the buyers still haven't really pushed it higher. We had another selling day today, so we'll see if the sellers are in control here and push it a little bit lower. GDX, another one that's got some selling pressure today. Again, large selling pressure move there. We came back up and the buyers didn't push us higher, so I think we're going to head a little bit lower looking at the candlesticks. Metallic Minerals putting in a bearish engulfing, potentially lower. In the short term, Koya Resources, this one actually looks good to go higher. Discovery Silver, kind of bouncing sideways, slightly lower there. First Majestic still getting a little bit more selling pressure. Thought these sellers were gone, but they're still sticking around. Newmont, right at support. We've got Mag Silver getting a little bit of selling pressure today. Yamana Gold, looks like it was higher, but the momentum sold off throughout the day. Impact Silver, sideways. Aftermath Silver down a little bit. We've got PLG selling off today with a little bit more selling pressure. Sibinyi Stillwater, this is a bearish engulfing, looking like it wants to go lower in the short term. And again, guys, this may not be a huge move lower. We got to see what the buyers, the sellers do. Because this right here is setting up for a buyer's, basically a buyer's move, where the buyers are in control and they want to move it higher. So we might just go down a little bit like that and then move up again. Tough to say. Sandstorm Gold, a little bit of selling pressure right above support. You got Franco-Nevada getting sold off. Again, we've got this large selling pressure move, and it looks like we're coming up, and it looks like we're squeezing up to head a little bit lower in the short term. EMX, another one that looks actually not too bad. Student Resources putting on a large wick at the bottom. We'll see if that's a end of trend move where we could start heading higher. Looks like we got some selling pressure in wheat and precious metals coming out today. Gold Royalty heading a little bit lower. Metallo Royalty heading a little bit lower. Mavericks Metals heading a little bit lower today. Royal Gold heading a little bit lower. A Cisco Go royalty heading a little bit lower. Some of these I don't see clear patterns here, and a little bit lower in Altius renewables. It still looks okay. But what I'm looking for in these patterns is I'm looking for kind of a squeezing up pattern where we come up to the tip and fall back down. But either way, this one is starting to position upward, which means we could potentially pull back. And it looks like we're getting some of these, bearish engulfings and things that are pointing upward that usually want to pull back again. Maybe we have another pullback left in us in the short term in this sector. We did see some hard reversals in some other sectors as well. So, I'm not going to do anything with my shares. I'm just holding on, going to ride this thing. And yeah, I mean, that's really what it is at this point. So short-term weakness is what I see. If you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website, Platinum membership if you are interested. If you guys want to know, I'm going to be a little bit late on some of these videos. They're not all going to be released like I normally do it. I'm helping my parents with some things. I'm helping other people out as well. And I'm staying at places that have kids, and it all depends on when there's available time and it's quiet. So things will be released a little bit ad hoc for the next week or so. All right, guys, we'll catch you later. This is Finding Value.